You aren't lazy. You aren't failing God. You are simply operating on a corrupted biological operating system. Most people treat their mind like a guest house where any thought can walk in, sit down, and stay for dinner. But Dr. Myles Munroe taught that the mind is actually a throne room. If you don't occupy it, someone or something else will. We live in 2026, an era of digital dopamine and constant mental hijacking. In this video, we are going deep into the intersection of kingdom theology and modern neuroscience. We're deconstructing how Dr. Munroe's renewing of the mind is actually a biological process of neuroplasticity that allows you to manifest spiritual authority. If you've been feeling stuck in a loop of anxiety or unproductivity, the next few minutes will give you the keys to rewire your brain for dominion. Stick with me until the final section, where I'll reveal a 48-hour neural fast protocol that Dr. Munroe's principles suggest is the fastest way to break a mental stronghold. But first, we have to understand the hardware. Part 1. The Neuroscience of Kingdom Thinking. Dr. Munroe often quoted the scripture, "Be transformed by the renewing of your mind." To the casual observer, that sounds like a metaphor. To a neuroscientist in 2026, it sounds like neuroplasticity. Here's the problem. Most of us are stuck in a survival brain. This is the amygdala, the part of you that is constantly scanning for threats, worried about the economy, and reacting to social media. When you are in survival mode, your IQ literally drops. You cannot lead, you cannot create, and you cannot exercise dominion. You see, the kingdom of heaven does not operate on survival, it operates on purpose. Dr. Munroe taught that purpose is the source of discipline. Biologically, when you shift from "how will I survive" to "what is my purpose," the blood flow in your brain literally moves. It leaves the reactive amygdala and floods the prefrontal cortex, the executive center. In 2026, mental discipline isn't just a spiritual plus, it's a biological prerequisite. If you don't have the discipline to govern your thoughts, your brain remains in a chronic stress. You are essentially trying to run kingdom software on survival hardware. It's going to crash every time. That past he's talking about? Those are neural pathways, thick, well-worn grooves in your brain that keep you doing the same things. Renewing the mind is the process of physically pruning those old branches and growing new ones. Part 2. The Mechanics of Biblical Meditation. Many people confuse meditation with emptying the mind, but Dr. Munroe taught that a void is dangerous. If you empty your mind, you leave it open for debris. Kingdom meditation is active reflection. Passive meditation seeks to escape reality. Active kingdom reflection seeks to impose a higher reality. When you meditate on a principle, for example, the law of seed, time, and harvest, you aren't just thinking, you are performing a targeted strike on your nervous system. Science shows that when you focus on a single high-order principle for more than 12 minutes, your brain begins to lower cortisol. Cortisol is the death hormone of creativity. By focusing on the laws of the kingdom, you are stabilizing your nervous system. You are telling your body, we are not in danger, we are in charge. This rhythmic thought pattern creates coherence. Dr. Munroe's mental discipline was actually a form of biohacking. He understood that to manifest authority out there, you first have to have structural stability in here. Consistent focus on divine principles creates permanent structural changes in the prefrontal cortex. You are literally building a throne in your brain. Part 3. Breaking the architecture of limiting beliefs. Dr. Munroe spoke extensively about strongholds. These are the psychological prisons that sabotage your potential. In 2026, we understand these as subconscious scripts. Have you ever wondered why you can know you should be successful, but you still act like a victim? It's because your subconscious is still programmed with colony thinking. You've been told you are a subject, not a king. To break these, we use a framework similar to cognitive behavioral therapy, but with a spiritual engine. You have to audit your internal dialogue. Dr. Munroe would say, your words create your world. Biologically, your brain listens to your own voice more than any other. If you say, I can't afford that, you are sending a signal to your brain to shut down the problem-solving centers. You are literally making yourself stupider. But if you ask, how would a kingdom citizen access the resources for this? Your brain opens the executive function files. You must ensure your internal frequency matches the frequency of the kingdom. Part 4. The biofeedback of purposeful living. This is the part that most people miss. Why was Dr. Munroe so energized? Why did he never seem to burn out? It's because of the biofeedback of purpose. Dopamine is the molecule of more. Usually we get it from cheap sources, social media, sugar, or validation. But Dr. Munroe's teaching on leadership provides a different source. When you have a clear vision, your brain releases long-term dopamine. Vision gives your brain a reason to endure pain. This is why mental discipline is the blueprint for high-performance mental health. In our 2026 digital economy, burnout is an epidemic. But burnout isn't caused by doing too much, it's caused by doing too little of what you were built for. When your daily actions align with a higher calling, you create a closed loop of motivation. You don't need external inspiration because you have internal revelation. This is how you govern your biology rather than being a slave to it. Now, how do we make this practical? How do we engineer this transformation in 2026? Here is the Dr. Myles Munroe protocol for mental mastery. Step 1. Every morning, before you touch your phone, spend 10 minutes in active reflection. Do not ask for things. Instead, declare the laws you will operate under today. I operate under the law of abundance. I operate under the law of wisdom. Step 2. Once a month, do a 48-hour neural fast. No social media, no news, no external noise. Only the word and your vision. This allows your dopamine receptors to reset and your kingdom architecture to solidify. Step 3. Audit your I am statements. If it doesn't align with a king speech, delete it from your vocabulary. Mental mastery is not a gift. It is a result of discipline. You were designed for dominion, but dominion requires a mind that is trained, not just blessed. If you want to dive deeper into the teachings of Dr. Munroe and how they apply to your success today, make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the bell. We are dedicated to bringing you the spiritual science of the kingdom every week. As Dr. Munroe said, the greatest tragedy in life is not death, but life without a purpose. Go find yours. We'll see you in the next video.